We're at Pomegolana Reserve in Wagga, and this is the Wagga 6-hour Evocities Enduro. Format for today is it's a 6-hour race, but it has a bit of a twist where riders have to be back within the 6 hours, or that lap doesn't count. So that means a bit of strategy and planning to work out if they're going out, say at the 5-hour 30 mark, whether they can get back in half an hour to finish that lap. The solo male field and the solo female field particularly are really good categories. We've got Jason English, Ed McDonald, he's won it 3 times, so he's looking for a 4th time in a row. We've got Andrew Lloyd and lots of other good riders, and within the ladies field too we've got Catherine McInerney, we've got Liz Smith, Imogen Smith, who's come down from Brisbane I believe. So yeah, we've got a really strong field there, and they've been getting good results in the rest of the series.
It's going to be a fair bit different though, looking at the water crossings and the amount of mud that are on riders right now. The fact that it's not raining is probably a bit of a blessing, but yeah, I'm very interested to see what's going to happen at the end of today. I imagine it'll be stopping every couple of laps and putting oil on chains and those sort of things, but that's the thing, I haven't done a lap, so I'm not sure what we're in for yet.
We've had rain and we've been deliberating whether we could go ahead or not. On Monday early in the week we were looking at whether we'd have to cancel the event. We got a little bit of rain on Wednesday night, and then we had to make a call by midday Friday, and unfortunately Friday's rain didn't come until that night and finished Saturday morning, and we're hoping for about 20 mils. We got 40, we'd already committed, so yeah, that meant a lot of work for us yesterday in setting up. We've had our wettest winter here in Wagga in 25 years, and that 40 mils this day ago is really going to make a difference for us, I think, so we'll see how we go.
Last year Ed McDonald beat me here, so I'm hoping to be able to stay with him today.
Probably within the first hour and a half, bits of the track just started really falling to bits and just becoming a bit unsafe. We certainly closed off a few sections, rerouted a couple of sections, and that was working well.
You'd see the guys out there with shovels running around trying to reroute the course as the day went on.
Yeah, we came from the dust and the little bit warmer up to full mud, bog, a little bit colder weather, so I think my feet are going to be a bit pruny for a while.
The conditions were challenging. Some might describe them as epic. Given the amount of rain we had, I think we had 30-something rain, 30 mil of rain on Friday, and then another 5 mil last night. Most of the course actually held up really well. Obviously, bits of it didn't, and I think I'm evidence of that right now.
It's the muddiest race I've ever done. My bike's nice and dirty, my kit got and my face was covered in mud, so yeah, looking forward to a nice shower and cleaning my bike.
We made the decision that it was probably hard to keep riders safe out there, and we decided to make it in a 4-hour race, so we stopped people going out after 3.5 hours, and I think the last rider came in at about the 4-hour 20 mark.
Not a bad call to call it. There were some sections that were just, you couldn't notice how boggy and how deep some of the holes were, so yeah, it did become a little bit dangerous, and some of the corners were quite unpredictable.
It was very tight out there, even with the conditions, particularly in the solo open, male and female.
My plan always was to go quite hard from the start. I like this track, and I thought if I could find a good high rhythm early on, I could try and run with that and maybe sneak a bit of a gap on Jason. Sometimes he's a little bit lackadaisical at the start. Last year he kind of missed the start, and that helped me win the race. So, but this year he was much more attentive, and he made his way across to me, and it didn't take long for him to get in front of me, and I couldn't quite keep up with him. So, but it was, yeah, an awesome race still.
Yeah, pretty stoked with that. I wasn't expecting to come away with a win in probably any of the rounds of the series this year. Just been so so competitive. And I know Ed's won this race the last few years, so I was expecting him to do the same, the way he charged off at the start. So I was pretty stoked to be able to stay away from him.
The winner in the solo women's event was Catherine McEnany, and Liz Smith, who won it last year, she came second, and we had Imogen Smith from Brisbane who came third.
It was a pretty stacked women's field when I got here, and Imogen and Catherine, so which is good. It's good for racing, so it's good to see that there's a good women's field out there.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how today went, given the conditions and the competition. You know, Imogen and Liz are really great riders, so I'm happy to come away with the win.
It was a little bit wet, it was a little bit testing. There was a few moments. There was a few times there where the mud ate my front wheel and I had to lie down on one stage in a bog pit.
Yeah, it was really tight between, I think it was Imogen and myself for the first few laps, and I was quite nervous. I did see her on the second lap, and that made me kick it up another gear.
In the men's pairs, it was really good for us to see first and third place with the two local teams, Biscuit for the Biscuit and Link. The female pairs were also really highly competitive, and it was Sneaky Bacon Racing, who were here last year as well. They won it from Socket Tool and Chicks, and me and Fee came third.
Very happy with today's effort. It's only our first round that we've won this series, so yeah, happy to finally get a win this series.
There's a tough competition this year.
There has, yes. The other girls out there are always tough, and it's good to see more and more girls getting out there and joining us too.
In the mixed pairs, Cook and Baker won it, and I think they've been going fairly well in the series, so that'll put them in good stead for the rest of it.
Pretty stoked to win today and looking forward to conquering the rest of the series.